favorite roguelike thing kind of tipped me off that it might have been Zozo. Got his butt handed to him by a girl and ended the stream. You guys. Alright, hold on, let me check and see. Alright, it looks like the pop-out chat is working now. So I can go back to use that. Like I said, if there were people in here before talking in the last hour, I really apologize because I think when Twitch cut out, my my chat died and it didn't give me any indication. It looked like everything was fine. So I just kept going. So I know Artie was here for a while and Final Sovereign and Dave. So if you guys were talking to me and I didn't talk back, sorry. So, alright, I'm gonna get back to the game here now that I think things are working. Oh, and I found out, so Artie, if you're still here, I know you kind of pop in and out because you're at work. But I figured out yesterday why Nightbot was not working, and it's because it was, even though I hit the join button and it said that it joined and everything, it didn't actually join because Nightbot was not authorized to use my Twitch channel. Because of that whole, like, the reset where they reset all the stream keys and everything. So Nightbot technically wasn't working, even though it said it was in here. So that's why my Nightbot hasn't been working. And it doesn't seem to be working today either, so that's fantastic. Oh, Artie, I feel really bad that you're talking to yourself. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Copy, and I'm gonna allow this because it's my channel. Copy and paste everything that was said between 2:45 and 3:45 because I want to see anything that was said. So I'll sit tight and wait for that for a sec. I'll pull up the next level, but I want to read it. Like, I don't want to ignore it. And if somebody was asking me questions, I want to address them and stuff. That was just a chat glitch, and I apologize. I wasn't trying to be mean and ignore people. Am I ready for next week's draft? If we're doing a draft, I can be there for it. Oh, is that all you said? But yeah, it's true. The lady is freaky, and the story is quite sad. Like, I just thought this game was just like a little cute puzzler game, and then when I got to the end of it the first time, I was like, "Oh, you'll leave that out. I appreciate it." But yeah, I got to the end, and I was like, "Man, that was kind of an emotional thing." It says, "Be good, Mom is watching." Where the heck am I going with all this stuff? Okay, so, yeah, this is another level where the music seems loud to me. Turn it down. Like, that's one thing. This is the only complaint I'm going to make about this game, as I say for the third time. Just, like, the sound seems inconsistent. There are some levels where it's really quiet, and some levels where it seems really loud. Yeah, if you're going to do a draft, kind of just remind me, what night and time are we looking at? Because my schedule is pretty open right now, but things may pop up, and if I can avoid it, I will. But I bet Jenna will do it. I kind of asked around in some of the channels that I hang out in if people would be interested, and nobody really seemed all that into it because most of them don't play Ogre Battle and they don't really know what it is. So, unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of interest. I thought maybe a couple of them. See, I think that's why I was confused, because it was the first Friday of February, May, August, and November. And it's March. And it's also the last Friday. Oh, you're doing one in April just because... Okay. That's fine. I think that's why I was a little confused. Yeah, could you believe that, Ferris Wheel, that people don't know about Ogre Battle and the greatness of that game? Like, I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think I'm supposed to try to get this whole thing off the ground. Kind of carry this lady over in like a little basket. And then drop her in that hole. I don't know if I have the lift necessary. Can I? Yeah, I can make. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to put that there. I have a proboscis right here. Or the Ogre Battle months, but I will also wildcard 1 or 2 other months. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do, I need to have this one high so that she won't fall. And lift this one higher. There we go, there we go, there we go. Calm, calm. Be calm. Be calm. I need to have this one a little more lifted. Oh, dang it. Keep doing that. Stop doing that. That's okay, because I don't know if I need to get the... What? No! Oh, man, I clicked on one of the undo bugs. If you click these little things, it'll undo your last move. And a lot of times I keep clicking them instead of the goo balls. So there's my my third one complaint about this game. I wish there was just a straight undo button and it told you how many times you could use it instead of having these things. Like, it's a neat little art style choice, but it's like I keep clicking them on accident, and so then I waste them. There's no balloons left over here, right? Okay. Okay. AO 10 times 2. I'm gonna kind of move this slowly because I don't want to fall off before I'm ready. I think I need her to fall. Yeah, I need her to fall and roll down this hill, get caught in this grinder, then the pieces should all fall down in here. So I don't need that many of the black pieces to make the trip, I don't think, if any. Yeah, this music is like I said, the music in this game is really good, and it's really dynamic. Like, there are certain levels, like this level's all rainy and gloomy, and the music reflects that really well. And then there are other levels where it's just kind of more lighthearted, and the music is much more like uplifting and like carnival music. It's really cool, like the dynamic that they made for this game. So I'm gonna make this just a little bit longer. But yeah, this particular track right now is, you know, it's real sad. I'm not going to win any awards for getting this done in the least amount of moves, but I think I'm going to complete it on my first try, so that's what's important, right? Alright, things are getting a little shaky here. Alright, these over. Just about to the point where I can just let it go. She'll just fall off on the platform where I want her to. Move her a little bit further along the line. Alright, okay, we're good. So what I'm just gonna do is grab these balloons. Keep her off. Stuck on one. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this one had a couple extra pieces. So basically I just need to make a little spout. We're good. But yeah. That's true. This game is a little morbid. Like, it's kind of like this lighthearted feel to it, but at the same time, it's like I was talking earlier when like there was one level where like I ground a bunch of these things up, and then it showed them in a jar of like makeup, and this lady was smearing it all over her face. Like, I feel like I'm killing these things to make like cosmetics, and maybe that makes me the bad guy. It's just I don't feel good about what I'm doing right now. But this game's real fun though. It's a, in my mind, it's a classic. Classic indie game. Seem to follow the whistle. One day, if they ever put together a companion DVD of their adventures, one of the Gooballs will probably say, "We got the moves and you got the grooves, the classically trained sign paint." Oh. What whistle? Oh, okay. If I hold down my mouse, it starts to whistle now, and all the Gooballs will like kind of flock to it. Okay, so these are, I need these, but they're asleep, so what I can do is lure them all to this one end, and it'll make it heavy. It'll pull it down, it'll wake these guys up. So, oh, no, okay. I put it in the matrix. I thought I was gonna place that there, and I was gonna be mad. Yeah, it is. It's one of those games that a lot of people have heard of, and like I was talking earlier before you guys got here. This was one of the first kind of like quote-unquote indie games that popped up on Steam that I can remember. Because like before the Orange Box, Steam was largely, mostly all they sold was Valve games, which, you know, makes sense. It's their thing. But then when they started putting on other people's games, which was kind of like the opening of this floodgate of the digital age, you know? And so you saw companies like this, where they had this game, but they didn't have the means of production to like put it on disc and sell it. So now they could put it on this like widely available digital distributor, and their game was exposed to like this huge audience like never before. And so that really, like, honestly, people kind of dump on Steam sometimes. They're like, oh, they've cornered the market, it's a monopoly, you know, Steam just does whatever they want now, and they're charging more, you know, whatever. People do that. But it's like when you sit back and think about it, man, like I said, these indie games probably never would have seen the light of day, because like I said, there was just no distributor for them. Like, you have sites like Desura and everything like that, but I mean, when you look at sales on Desura versus sales on Steam, it's night and day, man. I mean, just look at, I don't want to like start a whole thing here, but look at Paranautical Activity. When that game came out on Steam, it sold like more copies on the first day on Steam than it had sold on Desura in its lifetime, and it was not even close. It was by a huge margin. And then of course we know the whole thing. The guy threatened to kill Gabe Newell or something, and they took his game off Steam. But that's not my point. My point is, like, you just look at, I need to read that, sorry. You just look at the exposure these games get on Steam, and it really allowed games like this to become like classics. Like, I consider this to be like a classic indie game. Old Goo. Smile for the cameras. Everyone is looking so fabulous tonight. Does she even know where that pipe goes? Let's not tell her. Oh man. That's tough. Red Carpet Extendo-Matic. Yeah, and a lot of those games, like, and a lot of those games got a big push because of Xbox Live, and that became another digital distribution front. So as much as sometimes I don't like Xbox because their equipment breaks, like, they really did a big service for the industry. I think I just need to put like a bunch of stuff on here and make it real heavy. But yeah, man, it really, a lot of those games, like Braid, I consider to be a popular game. Like, you know, not as many people have played Braid as have played like Call of Duty or anything like that. But, at least when you say that name, people go, oh yeah, I know that game. I've heard of that game. Whereas without like digital distribution, that never would have happened, because the physical production aspect of making a game is such a limiting factor for like small companies, because they, you know, you got to have the capital ahead of time to produce the games, and then if the game's a flop, I mean, you're just out all that money, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know? So where's she going? Oh, she's dead. So dead. So I screwed up. I screwed up. I was supposed to make a thing, and I didn't make a thing. So let me, before I restart, I want to look at this and see what thing I was supposed to make. So I need her to roll down this thing, and then go in here somehow. Then what? Go up? Through? I don't know if it'll like automatically catapult all her pieces up here or something. We'll try that. So let's restart. I didn't bother to look at the level before I started. That's my but yeah, that's, yeah, exactly what you're saying. Like, now I do, because I hang with a lot of people who play a lot of indie games, but like, I would say for the common person to find someone who has played like all of those games is really uncommon, but to find someone who has heard of all those games is, I think, they'll be, oh yeah, I've seen Braid on the Xbox, or like, I've heard of it. So, alright, so let's do this first. How am I gonna do this? I think what I want to do is build... I don't know what I want to build. I need to get over to this wall. Okay, this. I need to start. So what I try to do is build like a little basket here. For her to kind of just like roll straight where she needs to go. Oh, oh no. Oh no. It was too heavy. Abort. Okay. Let's put a support in here. Kind of tighten it up a little bit. Alright, so it's gonna lean, that's fine. Gonna lean. That there. Just here to kind of bring it back the other way. Right. Hopefully this will be sturdy enough that when she rolls on it, it's not just gonna break. But yeah, so I was just, like I said, I was looking for stuff to play today. For those that haven't been here the last couple days, I've been getting a little frustrated because of the amount of like kind of trolling and backseating that I was getting, which, like I said, I understand. This is Twitch, that comes with the territory, but I was purposely trying to play games that I didn't think were gonna like bring that kind of stuff on me, and it just made it worse. Yesterday I got a little salty. Won't lie. I was getting towards the end of the stream. I was in a bad mood, but it happens. It happens. I'm trying to let it go. Like, now looking back on it, it was kind of funny because it got to the point where it just became absurd, and we were just almost laughing about it, but at the same time, like, the guys were just being really, really persistent, man. I'll give them that. Yeah, I just started, last week was my first week. Zozo. I'm talking about, this just happened yesterday. Okay, so it's gonna send her up. She's gonna, hopefully the pipe is gonna catch all the pieces. It's not. Okay, I get it though. But yeah, that was my thing. So like, I was playing Hand of Fate on Sunday, and I don't mind suggestions, and I quite oftentimes ask for help. Anybody who was here will attest to that. I was asking for help. I'm like, hey, did anybody see where that card went? And I was asking for a lot of help, but then I was getting a lot of unsolicited advice, we'll say, where they're basically like, this is how to play the game. This is how you solve every scenario. This is how you get to the final boss. This is the best equipment. And I'm like, getting a little... And then this stuff here, the link spam. Got a couple of those. I guess that's like a status symbol though, to like know that you made it. You made it to the point where people want to start sending you Google spam bots. Like, I'm honored. Oh, thank you so much, Dagon Hang On. Dagohan Gohan? I don't know. You're banned though. That's okay. But I've been getting some of those, which don't bother me as much because I just... Oh, I can call stuff over here and maybe it'll tip. Nope. Okay, that's okay. Oh, yeah, it did. Alright. We're okay. Oh, no! Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. But yeah, I was getting backseated real hard on Hand of Fate, which, like I said, I knew was going to happen to an extent, but it was the fact that, like, I asked the people to stop, and they just kept doing it, and it was the same people, and I was trying to ignore it. And, you know, whatever. And so I kept my composure, but I could tell towards the end of the stream I was getting a little snippy with people, which is not my intention. So I was like, I had some stuff to do on Monday. I had to help my brother-in-law move some really, really heavy furniture. So I didn't stream on Monday. I was gonna do one when I got home, but it ended up taking a lot longer than we thought, and I was just totally exhausted. So I didn't stream Monday, and so yesterday I'm just like, let's just play something really relaxed. Just something that nobody can get mad about. So I played Game Dev Tycoon. Guess what? Big mistake. I got so many... I shouldn't say so many as in like it was hundreds, but in terms of like percentage of my chat, like, you know, I got so many people in here that are just like, I made this game and I called it this. You should name your game this so that you can also get a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, no, that's really okay. And that was the other thing though, I was not against taking suggestions for names, because Geno said one, I was like, oh dude, that's funny, I'm using it. But these names were so bad. And I was just getting real mad. And, what am I doing here? What's the point of this one? I mean, I get that I'm supposed to send those ones to the left and those ones to the right. I don't know if I have enough to do it though, do I? Last of the Gooballs didn't seem to notice. They were on some sort of giant beauty pageant machine. Pretty ones over there, ugly ones over there. Oh wow, that's harsh. Personally, I think everyone is beautiful, mostly me. But it wasn't even that, like, I wasn't even get people to, like, say, like, funny, like, dirty stuff. It was just, they were stupid. Like, the one guy's like, I made a game called Uber Rated M, and it got a 10 out of 10. Name your game Uber Rated M. And I was like, nah, that's really okay. I was like, I don't really want to name my game that, but thanks for your suggestion. And he's like, dude, I named a game Uber Rated M, and it got a 10 out of 10. Name your game that. And I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna name my game that, so stop saying it. Dude, I named a game Uber Rated M, and it got a and so he was just like a broken record. So I timed him out, and I figured he would just leave. Well, he waited out the 10 minutes, and he's like, yeah, I'm real sorry. He's like, don't be mad, I followed you. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. I said, but, you know, I don't want to be backseated, so if you could just calm down and relax and hang out, we'll all be cool. Not 10 minutes later, I unlocked the ability to create target audience for games, so you could rate something rated M. And he just went berserk. He's like, dude, make a game called Uber and rate it M. I'm like, it's just, at that point it was getting laughable, but I was also getting frustrated. Like, I should have just been cool about it, but I was getting a little mad. So how does this work? I don't think I have enough to get these guys up there. But yeah, he said it more than 3 times, and so I timed him out again, and that was the last I heard of him. Well, then some other guy comes in and starts doing the exact same thing, but he's suggesting like really stupid names. Like, I was making a martial arts game, and he's like, name it Marshall Dave's Arts Karate Cop with a K. And I was like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, is there a joke buried in here? Am I missing it? I'm like, just give it a minute. I was like, maybe. So I even asked him, I'm like, is there a joke buried in here somewhere? Or is it just like, oh, here we go. To get them sucked up in there. Okay, and then you just murder them. And they fall down in here. Okay. Oh, I think I screwed up though. There must be some way to cross this pit. Maybe if you fill it with shattered pieces of those less fortunate than you. Okay, so I think I have to get the ugly ones. Which I hate. I don't even like saying that. It feels mean. Maybe I kill the ugly ones first, and then they'll fill up this pit, and then I can roll the beautiful one down and across. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So anyway, yeah. So this other guy comes in. He starts just suggesting like stupid names, like, and he starts getting really mad that I'm not using them. I'm like, dude, I'm like, just relax. I'm like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm like, I don't think the names are funny or clever. I'm like, I don't want to use it. And so then Geno suggested a really funny one. He said, call it Martial Arts and Crafts. And I was like, okay, so now see, that's a funny one. Give me a funny one and I'll do it. So yeah, I got mad. How do I do this? Okay, I'm dumb. I can build it off the black ones. So the guy got mad, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just not gonna name it Marshall Dave's Arts Karate Cop. And so then he's like, well, how about this? Call it Marshall Carvey's Arts. Carvey. K-A-R-V-Y. I'm like, what is that name? Like, did he misspell Harvey? But I'm like, no, the K's a little too far away for that. I was like, I don't think that's what happened. And so then I made a joke. I'm like, dude, stop trying to get me to type KKK into the game name, because it was like Carvey Karate Cop. And I was just joking about it, but then he got really mad, and he started screaming, like in all caps. So I timed him out. He waited around for 10 minutes. I mean, the dedication was unbelievable with these guys. So he waited around, and then I'm just playing, and he's like, dude, I made a fantasy simulation game called Cheskers. Like, Cheskers? Huh? I don't get it, but okay, that's good for you. He's like, dude, name your game Cheskers. I made Cheskers a fantasy alternate reality, and it got a 10 out of 10. So name your game Cheskers. And I'm like, well, first of all, the game name doesn't have anything to do with the rating it gets. I was like, so I'm not going to do that? Thank you for the advice. I said, and also I don't think Cheskers is, like, creative or funny. He's like, but it's chess plus checkers. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that. I'm like, I see what you're saying. Alright, let me read this real quick. It's almost winter and there's electricity in the air. It's unclear whether it's anxiety or because the power source is very near. Tingling sign painter. So this guy starts going berserk because I wouldn't name my game Cheskers. And at that point we were just laughing about it. We're like, hey dude, make a game called Cheskers. And I was just like, all night I was just like, dude, remember Cheskers though? But it was just like, he was so mad about it, and he was screaming in all caps, so eventually I banned him. What's going on here? This part of the level wasn't here before. And that, yeah, I was trying to explain this, I was like, I get that you want me to name my game the same thing that you named yours. I was like, what's happened? I heard a balloon pop. I probably need that. And anyway, so I'm trying to explain that. I'm like, dude, the name of the game doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, just calm down, please. And he just kept screaming in all caps. So I got rid of him. And fortunately, that was about the end of it for the day. But I was so frustrated and like kind of salty at that point that I just it was too late. Salt saturation was already at 100%, and I was already mad. But yeah, I was having a hard time explaining to them. I'm like, guys, the name has nothing to do with the rating. It has everything to do with like the genre combo and the platform and the age and the balance of things. And like I said, when people were suggesting like funny names, I was using them. I was not above it, and I was encouraging that. And I was like, I was asking people to like, hey man, pick a genre for me to do, or pick a topic for me to do. But these people were just screaming at me, and I was getting mad. So I started playing like SNES games, and lost all my viewers. No, I didn't lose all my viewers. But I lost all the people that were there to scream at me about game dev. So yeah, I'm pretty much decided that I'm never gonna play the game on stream again. So yeah, basically we're smashing up all these goo balls to make a beauty energy generator. Basically what that came down to. I should have read that out loud, but I was too wrapped up in my own story. So sue me. Yeah, Zozo, Game Dev Tycoon. It's actually a pretty fun game to play. Just don't ever stream it, apparently. Because people will do nothing but come in and yell at you. But I still had some fun yesterday. Like, we did, honestly. You know, I streamed for like 4 hours. It's not like it totally ruined my day and it was all bad, but it was just like, man, there was just no respite. Because like I said, I was trying to play low-key games because I was kind of worked up. I was both worked up by the fact that people were backseating me on Hand of Fate and the fact that I was just having a hard time with the game. Like, the game is difficult, and I was just getting a little frustrated with it, so I wanted to just take a step back from it and play something a little more chill. And it didn't work out. So that's okay. But today's working out. Nobody's coming to watch this game. So no, you guys are great. I love having you guys here to just like talk to. That's basically what I'm just lonely. I just want to talk to people. I don't care about this game. Yeah, that's what you do, Zozo. You lure them in. You lure them in with something popular. What I should have done is just put up that I should just put up that I'm playing Bloodborne, and just I would get so many viewers. But see, that was my thinking yesterday. I'm like, dude, I'll get all the viewers because I'm the only one on Twitch not playing Bloodborne. So if you want to see anything other than Bloodborne, you got to come to me. All right, so I've been going for a while, a couple hours. I'm just gonna take a quick break just to go to the bathroom and freshen up my drink a little bit. Actually, I need to get a drink because all I have is water, and water sucks. No, I'm just I want to get like I think I got some lemonade. So I'm gonna take a quick break here, go to the bathroom, stretch out a little bit. Still a little sore from moving all that furniture. And grab a drink, and then I'll be back to play some more. I can play some more of this if you guys want, or if you want me to switch, just say so. I'll play something else. You know, I was just playing this because I'm like, I really gotta just pick something low key that I don't think a lot of people are gonna want to watch, because I didn't want to attract a lot of trolls today. I'm really trying to just keep my love of the stream, man. So. Alright, I'll be back in just a few minutes. You guys think about what you want to see. I can play more of this or play something else. just shout at me. Be back. Alright. I'm back. I told you that'd be short. Go game for game with you. Play Pool of Radiance. Yeah, I'm gonna take a pass on that. Yeah, like, so I don't want to, like, mislead you guys. My point was, like, not that I want to play games to get me viewers. I mean, having viewers is nice. I like having a few. At least somebody to talk to, but... you know, my goal is not to have, like, 1,000 viewers for just playing, like, games that draw viewers. Because normally games that draw viewers draw bad viewers. And, I learned that lesson yesterday. I'd rather just avoid it. I'd rather just have, like, people who are genuinely here to either just, like, hang out or who are enjoying the game that I'm playing. You know? That's you know, it's about finding balance. Like I said, I want to have people here, but I want to have the right people here. I want a nice, like, small community of, like, just cool people. Just relax and not yell at me. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I wouldn't mind having, like, a bigger following so that, like, when I do raids and stuff, like, I have more than just, like, me. But by the end of my stream, it's usually dwindled down to just, like, a couple people. And but yeah, I agree, Zozo. My heart is small community. Like, I really like the old JTV channels with the small communities and stuff like that. And I like to be able to actually keep up with my chat, even though I do a bad job sometimes. And then Twitch breaks and I don't know that Artie's talking to me for an hour. But yeah, my goal is not to be able to monetize. I'm not going for partner. I don't want subscribers. I just want to be able to come on here and play some games for you guys. But I'm really enjoying, I'm enjoying playing some of these games that either some people have never seen before, or that maybe they haven't seen in a long time, and they're like, oh man, I remember that game. You know, I'm enjoying that. Some of the games that, like I said though, I've played some games, like the Witcher board game, like nobody had ever seen that. And so, first of all, perfect, no backseaters. You can't backseat a game if you don't know how to play it. You know, second of all, they're just like, hey, this game looks pretty cool. And I've gotten some views on my YouTube channel for it too, like people who watch the VOD. And I don't know if anybody's commented on it, but they watched the VOD of me playing it. So it's a little neat game that I thought maybe got overlooked. And so, you know, I don't mind doing that. Like, I'd like to play some games that are a little less known. I know I'm not gonna rake in the viewers, but I'd like to showcase some stuff. Like, I've got games in my library that I know I could play and get viewers. Like, I could play Counter-Strike and get viewers, but one, I suck at Counter-Strike and I don't really like it. But two, you know, like I said, it's kind of like you attract the wrong types of people with that stuff. They're not here for the stream and for the people, they're here for the game, and they just want to yell at you about how bad you are. So no one said anything, so I'm just gonna play this for a little bit longer, I guess. I might switch it up. I had another game ready to go, and I kind of changed my mind at the last minute because I don't really know what the game is. I bought it, and I'm not really sure. I bought it a while ago, but I'm not really sure, like I said, like what exactly the game is. But I also wouldn't mind like just trying it out. I like Claude. I like watching Claude play. If we're talking about the same Claude, I guess I like watching Claude play like Final Fantasy Tactics. He's real good at it. So let's see. This whole island is a factory. It appears they are doing outsourced work for World of Goo Corporation. Probably building some kind of high-tech product way over here on the other side of the world. But where's the pipe? Looks like that guy's giant head is in the way. Possibly the result of poor local management. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what I always say. The sign painter management supervisor. Yeah, that's him, the Claude. He's real good. I like him. He plays, I've seen him playing speedrunning, Super Mario RPG, and what did I just say? Final Fantasy Tactics, that I really enjoy. So this, I assume that these are like matches, right? Maybe? I don't know what to do with them though. What do I do with you? What do I do? Maybe first of all, where is the pipe? Oh, it's here. Here's the pipe. So his head's blocking the entrance. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, I forgot about that. And Mystic Quest. I think he was just playing that because he was kind of burnt out on Final Fantasy Tactics because he'd been working on a certain goal for a long time. What can I do with this? Didn't seem to do anything. So right now, I'll admit, I don't remember how to beat this level, so I'm just kind of toying around. See what I'm supposed to do here. Oh. Aha. I knew it. I knew these were like matches. I need to get better about looking around the level. So, alright, so we just need to... Actually, I can use the... There we go. It's the whistle. Just the whistle. use the whistle. Why are they all up here? I'm whistling down here. Oh my goodness. These guys. It's alright. Little bridge over here. To the old match. Okay, I know what's gonna happen though. I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna light this stuff on fire too. So what I am gonna do... levitate it. See? I'm smart. I'm smart now. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking with magic. Alright, so let's just put this in there as a support. Wish I could get my dudes to come down here. Here they come. Here they come. Alright, so now I don't have to go up there fishing for them. I like to stream some RPGs. But there are very few that I know well enough to play on stream. Like, I'm not totally opposed to doing like a blind run. I don't, you know. But my problem is like, if I don't know the game, I don't want to like constantly get stuck and just, because I know that's not good content. Like, people are just gonna be like, dude, he's always stuck. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. But yeah, I talked to a few people that I thought would have been interested in doing it, and none of them seemed like they wanted anything to do with it. Like I said, I think most of them just didn't know anything about the game, and so they just don't want to do it, I guess. But unfortunately, I don't know that many people, so I mean, if you want to get Genghis Combat and Kakarot back in there, that's your prerogative, man. But I know last time that just didn't go so well because they didn't know what they were doing. But hey, man, it's your thing. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But that night was, yeah, that game was a train wreck. And you know why you got new viewers because of that? Because I was talking to people and I was like, dude, you got to get in here and see this. I'm like, this is just so horrible right now. It was like, I felt a little bit bad about it because I was being pretty mean, but at the same time, like, they were letting me get away with it. They were making it, quote unquote, too easy. And so, alright, so what I gotta do here is I gotta get these ones to drop. These white ones. And then I can build a little bridge. I can build a little bridge up to the pipe here to get the black ones. But, no, yeah, I kind of figured, like, I knew it was one of the things where it's like, we just kind of did it off the cuff, without a lot of planning. It was just like, whoever's here is going to have a team. And, unfortunately, the people that were there didn't know anything about the game. And like I said, I don't have a problem with them on a personal level. Don't get that impression. I don't hate Kakarot and Genghis Combat. But it was obvious that they didn't know about the game, and even when we were trying to explain the mechanics to them, they were they just weren't receiving the message. And so it was kind of a tough... Oh. Oh. Well. Huh. It didn't work now, did it? So I think I know what I gotta do. I think I gotta get it to go from both sides. Okay, we're fine. We'll get it this time. But yeah, I think that was just the problem. They didn't know what the game was or how to play it, and they weren't listening to the instructions. We were trying to help at first. At first is the qualifier. You know, I'll admit that it didn't go well, so it just got to the point where it was more fun to troll them than it was to try to explain the game at that point, because it was just so I was just so frustrated, and Zozo was probably frustrated. So it was good for some lulz, but it wasn't so good because I was actually genuinely excited. Like I used to come into your channel all the time and be like, when is Ogre Battle, man? And I was asking all the time, and I missed a couple of them because I was in school, and I was just kind of upset that I missed them. And so I was so excited that we were finally getting to do one, and then to just have it kind of end like that was just kind of, it was kind of crappy, but at least we made the the quote-unquote best of a bad situation. But I feel bad that it was kind of at those guys' expense. Like I said, I didn't know them, so I don't have personally anything against them. But I was getting frustrated that night because, like I said, we were trying to explain the rules so that they could play, and they just weren't having any of it. Superfuse challenge time. What's going on? What is going on? I can't do anything. Oh, okay, so I gotta do something up here before this fuse burns out, apparently. They can do this the easy way or the hard way. Either way, everyone's a winner. Asterisks, according to recent online polls. Some winners are bigger than other winners. A statistically fantastic sign painter. Yeah, Zozo, let me just put a caveat on that, because you say knowledge of the game is not necessary, though it helps. A basic knowledge of the game is necessary, and a more in-depth knowledge of the game helps. Because I'll admit, like, I don't know everything about that game. Like, I had to look, like, I would sit there, and while we were playing, I'd be looking stuff up. And that's fine, but, I mean... what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I gotta get 10. I'll start building. I don't want a timer here. So I want to keep this thing kind of stout at the bottom so that I can, I need to go left and right. Why isn't this one coming on? But yeah, I'm not saying like you need to be like the master of Ogre Battle and that you need to beat the game before you even show up, but like if you could at least like maybe like just launch the game up and like just, or even like go to the wiki, man. Go to the wiki and look at some of the like the units and what they do, and like what units pair well together. Like that would be advised, you know. Alright, well I won. But, like, somebody who was just going in totally blind, I feel like they would be at a big disadvantage, because first of all, they wouldn't know how to draft. second of all, they don't know what to do once you're in the game either. So I had a real good ogre battle like wiki that I was using. Should like link that up somewhere so that you can like maybe put it on there for people that aren't familiar, and for people that just want to kind of refresh their knowledge. But yeah, definitely. Alright. On a faraway hill, Fisty thought he saw someone. He waved and hoped one day they could be friends. Oh look, a new species of goo balls. It's not immediately clear if they are alive or dead. Probably polite to pretend we don't notice. The sign panel. So these are the new species. I don't know what they do though. I don't remember this. Did I beat this game? I'm pretty sure I beat this game, but I don't remember these. Whoa, what did that say? It totally said something when I dropped it on here. I don't know what those things do. I'm gonna reset just because I don't know if I need them on there right now. I just kind of wanted to toy around with it. So I need to... Oh, you got tacos? Dang. I'll share the wealth. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe what it is that these can touch the spikes and be okay. So I can use them as kind of like pillars. See, because when my dudes touch the spikes, they will die. So I can use... Yes, okay. There we go. That's what they're for. Figured it out, fellas. Ah, see? Screwed up. Too much. Dude, yeah, Disgaea is just like... There's a lot to do in that game. And to like truly master it, I think, takes a long time and a lot of work. Nope. Okay. So we just gotta do one out here, and then skull. Only gotta get 8 over there, so feel bad about using some to get some structural integrity early on. Skull there. Yeah, I haven't played Disgaea in a long time, and I've only ever played the first one, so I don't know how I would do with like the new ones and stuff. I know it's still pretty much the same game at its core, but I'm sure there's different enough that I would struggle. This tent that just on that skull. Do I have any more skulls left? Okay, there is. There's one just like rolling around down here. How much do I have? Whoa! Whoa! Oh no! I just freaking threw it into the abyss because my mouse went off the screen. I think I needed that. Let's try again.